I don't know if it's just me, but do you ever feel like everyone else is making more money in their business than you? Like, you look around and it feels like everyone is talking about making 5-figure months, 10K months, 6-figure years, 6-figure months, multiple 7-figure years. Is anyone else starting to wonder if $1 million is even a lot of money anymore? But you look at your bank account and you're nowhere close to those kind of numbers. Everyone else is talking about it like it's so easy, but it sure as heck does not feel easy for you. So maybe you feel like you might be missing something, right? You must be missing something. They have to be doing something different. There's gotta be some strategy that you don't know about. What is the big secret? Hello, my imaginary friend. My name is Lee, and today I'm here to tell you the truth. There is no big secret. I'm sorry. There's no big secret to making the kind of money that you want to make as an entrepreneur, especially as a creative entrepreneur. Making money is actually quite simple, but I don't want you to think that the word simple automatically means easy. It can be easy to make money, but for most of us, it doesn't start off that way. Building a successful, profitable business is simple, but for most people, it will probably be some of the most difficult and challenging work that we'll ever do, at least at the start. But that's not because it's very complicated or because you don't really know how to do it. I think a lot of the time we tend to conflate challenge with complexity. We think that we don't know how to do something because we haven't done it before. It feels hard. So we assume that it must be more complicated, that we must be missing something, that there must be some kind of formula that we don't know. That's why when we're building a business, working towards a new big goal, we often assume that there must be some new strategy, some secret technique that we're not aware of. And once we figure that out, then we'll be successful. We tend to think this way because that's how we've been conditioned to think. That's how it was in school. That's what our parents taught us. That's what society teaches us. But most of the time, it just isn't true. Just because something is challenging doesn't mean that there's one correct answer that will make it all clear. Real life is not like your high school math class. I'm sorry, but there's no quadratic formula that'll just make it all make sense. The truth is, everything works, or everything can work if you can make it work and actually stick with it long enough to see it work. I mean, naturally, there's gonna be some limitations, of course, and some methods are easier than others, but generally speaking, if making 6 figures in your business is your goal right now, then it's generally safe for you to assume that anything you try can work. There is no one right way to run your business. You can make 6 figures without a perfect website. You can make 6 figures without a high ticket offer. You can make 6 figures without Instagram, without any social media marketing. You can make 6 figures without an email list. You can make 6 figures without a sales funnel. You can make 6 figures without cold pitching. You can even make 6 figures with a really ugly brand. You can even make 6 figures without even planning to. But the one thing that you can't make 6 figures without is your mind. Now, I'm not saying that all of those things that I listed off are not important or that you shouldn't have them. All of those things are really great and work really well for most business owners. I personally, as a brand strategist, I recommend having a website and a solid brand strategy and at least 2 marketing channels. But I just want to make sure that you can separate yourself from the idea that you need to do some particular thing in order to be successful. Just because you see other people doing it that way or some business guru told you this is the way.
This is the way.
The truth is, you don't need to have TikTok for your business if you really don't want to. If that's not a marketing strategy that you feel aligned with. When you come at your business with that kind of forceful and desperate energy, it tends to make things seem more difficult than they actually need to be, and it can actually make things take a lot longer than they need to take to grow. The truth is, making money is simple. Whether you're a product business or a service business or a content creator, the core principles of business are the same. It's just, honestly, these 5 simple steps. Step 1. Find a person who has a desire, something that they want enough that they're willing to pay for it. Step 2, figure out how to help them get that thing. Step 3, offer to help them get that thing. Step 4, ask for a value exchange, money. And step 5, actually help them. That's really it. This is how you make money. But the thing is, each of those steps is equally important. The part where most people kind of mess up is not placing equal effort into each of these 5 things. Some people skip step 1. They don't know who their person is. They're just trying to market to everybody or anyone who's willing to buy their thing or pay for their service. They don't actually have a target, and therefore they're attracting nobody. Or they are not marketing to a desire that is deep enough that people are actually willing to pay for it. Maybe what they're offering is something that people don't really care that much about. Some people struggle with step 2. They don't actually have a service or product that works to solve a problem or, feed a desire. I think that these are the people that really just want to start a business, but they have no idea what they actually want to do. For some people, it's actually step 3 and 4 that they really struggle with. They have a social media presence. They're good at what they do. They might even have a really large and devoted audience, and they're available for hire. So why is no one hiring them? Honestly, it's because they forget to ask. They never actually offer to help their people, and they never actually ask for money. They just, set up shop and wait for customers to come to them. They post that they're available, but they never actually reach out and offer to help. And for some other people, they don't put enough weight on step 5, actually helping people. Hold up your end of the deal as a business. You're offering someone something in exchange for their value. You have to provide value as well. These businesses might focus all of their efforts on marketing, but their product is not actually good. Their service isn't actually as transformative as they made it seem. So those businesses don't have any longevity. They miss out on the power of word of mouth marketing, building a loyal audience, and eventually bad reviews will kill their sales. But if you put equal weight and effort into these 5 simple steps, making 6 figures as a business owner is honestly inevitable. The real challenging part about making 6 figures is entirely in your mind. And I don't say that to belittle it or patronize you for not being able to do it, okay? When I say that it's all in your mind, I am saying that with the understanding that changing your mind is probably the most challenging thing in the world to do. But I don't want you to think that that's because it's complicated or impossible. It's not. It doesn't have to be. You can change the way that your mind works. You just have to know how. If there is a secret to making 6 figures, I'd say that it's probably, first of all, believing that it's actually possible for you, and then simply deciding to do it. And that's not just saying you believe it, by the way. It's not repeating an abundance affirmation every day for 30 days, though that can work, but that's not the core of what it is. It's actually believing it in your conscious and subconscious mind. A lot of people think that they've done this work when they really haven't. And usually this is because you have some money blocks in your subconscious mind that you haven't really addressed. So for example, you might say a daily affirmation that you are abundant and money comes to you easily, but subconsciously you still identify with that little girl who grew up poor and, could never afford to do the fun things that you wanted to do as a kid. You've never actually felt an abundance of money. And so subconsciously, you don't really believe that daily affirmation. You look in your bank account and you don't feel abundant. Or maybe you put on your vision board that you want to be rich, but subconsciously, you hold the belief that rich people are evil and you're not evil, so how can you be rich? The subconscious mind will always win. And that's not a bad thing, okay? It's just trying to look out for you. The subconscious mind, its job is to save mental energy and protect your identity. That's what keeps you safe. Your brain evolved in a time when being impulsive or doing risky things could very easily mean death for you. But your subconscious mind doesn't understand that the modern world we live in is not as dangerous as it used to be. Things that feel really scary, like putting yourself out there, learning something new, asking people for money, we have to teach our subconscious mind that these things are actually quite safe and can even be beneficial. And the way that we do that is by actually doing that. Try the scary things. Work through your self-doubt. Don't wait for it to feel easy before you start taking action. Show yourself what's possible and believe. I know that sounds corny, but you have to believe. Okay, that is all I have for you today. I hope that you found something valuable in this video and that you can start taking action towards the goals that you have for yourself. Okay, bye.